As newlyweds, it's very important to know that the first 3 to 5 years of your marriage is a very crucial moment. Yes, it's a very crucial stage because it's a stage that will determine whether you guys are going to get divorced or not. It's a stage that will determine how strong the bond will be in your marriage. So that first 3 to 5 years of your marriage is very, very important. You know, you can never know it all about a person. So it's at this stage that you get to know your partner more. So it's not about having a long courtship stage, courting each other for years. No, that is not what will determine whether your marriage will work. It is this first 3 years that will determine whether your marriage will work. So it is very important. So in this first 5 years of your marriage, it's very important to know what you will expect, what to expect, the challenges that you should expect in this first 5 years, because it's not always easy. So when you enlighten yourself about the challenges to expect, it will also help you to prevent some of those challenges from happening. So that is what I'm going to be enlightening you guys on today's episode. Challenges to expect in the first 5 years of your marriage. And of course, I'm speaking to the newlyweds and also the about to weds. But of course, before I begin, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Also like and comment on my videos as well. Thank you so much for that. So what are the challenges that most couples usually have in the first 5 years of their marriage? Number 1, money issues. Money is very important. And you know, once you get married, you will have a very big financial shift. Yes, the way you spend your money is going to change. Of course, it should be like that. So at this stage, the first 5 years of your marriage is when you get to learn and understand your partner's saving and spending habits. You know, now that the both of you are together, it will not be like in the courtship stage. Now that the both of you are together, even if one person is the breadwinner, both of you are in this together now. So it's very important that you learn each other's saving and spending habits. Now, it is at this stage that you people get to plan the way you're going to be, you know, contributing to the home. This is very, very important because money issues destroy marriages more than even sex issues. So you see, money, it is very important. So you have to plan yourself, have the understanding, have the mental orientation that you ought to plan yourself financially at that stage. If you don't plan, and maybe one of you is more like an extravagant spender and the other person loves to live and spend within his or her budget, if you both of you cannot accommodate each other's spending and saving habits, there will be a problem. So that is why you need to talk with your partner, learn your partner's spending and saving habits so that you know how to accommodate each other when it comes to money, because money is very, very important. So at this stage, both of you should be able to come together, plan yourselves, have financial goals together. It is very, very important. It will help you guys to save, even if you're not saving together. Whether you save together or not, it's a choice. It will help you guys to know how to contribute to the home. You understand? It will also help you guys to have, you know, future financial goals. So everything is all about understanding and planning. So if you have to learn to understand your partner early enough. So the second challenge to expect as newlyweds is in-laws. Yes, you know, at that courtship stage, the way they treat you, they welcome you and all of that, it will not be exactly the same when you finally get married. Yes, little things will change. Now that you're now their wife, you're now their son, you're now welcomed into the family fully, little things will change. So, you know, at the very early stage of marriage, it is often advised to keep your family, both families, away from your marriage. both your family and that of your spouse. It is very important that, and highly advisable, that you keep your families away from your marriage for 3 important reasons. Number 1, so that when you guys begin to have little misunderstandings and issues, they will not get involved. They are not supposed to get involved. Yes, they should allow you guys to handle your issues together. This is more like the early stage, so even if there are misunderstandings, the both of you should be able to handle each other, so that they won't be there to take sides, and they won't be there to, make the whole thing worse. So they should allow the both of you to solve your issues alone. Number 2 reason why in-laws should stay away is so that both of you can enjoy intimacy anyhow you want it, without any interruption. And thirdly, in-laws need to stay away so that you, as the man of the house, will learn how to be the man of the house without any third party trying to teach you how to do your job, or trying to get involved. Because it's very important, especially at that early stage, that you, as the man, you learn how to be the man of the house. The third challenge you might face as newlyweds is habits. Yeah, there are some awkward habits that your partner maybe was putting up with at the courtship stage, but you did not really notice it, you did not really pay attention to it. Maybe you noticed it, but you did not pay attention to it, you ignored it. Now that both of you are living in the same house, you will no longer be able to ignore it. You will now notice it more. It is at this stage that you will now learn to accommodate each other's habits. Don't forget that nobody is perfect. So when you begin to notice those awkward habits that your partner has, it is now at this first 3 years of your marriage that you will learn to accommodate your partner's personality, including the habits. For example, maybe your husband is the talkative type, for example, and you did not really pay attention to it, but now that both of you live together, it's more like he's always talking. Like, he talks so much that it ends up making the both of you go to bed very late at night. You understand? Such habits can make you become easily irritated and pissed off. You understand? But you have to learn to accommodate it. Maybe, for example, your wife is the disorganized type. You noticed it, but you did not really pay attention to it before, but now you will begin to notice it more. What you need to do is correct with love and learn and understand your partner. It is not a stage for you to begin to insult your wife that she's disorganized, she's this, she's that. Encourage her to become better in love. If you handle such habits the wrong way, it will result in quarreling and fighting, and you do not want that at very early stage of your marriage. This stage is very romantic and at the same time very challenging. So it's very important that you know how to handle issues whenever such comes up. So this is the stage where you have to learn to accommodate your partner's awkward habits. So just expect them. Another challenge that you guys will face is house chores, especially if you guys have never cohabited before. Like, you hardly visit each other, you did not spend much time together, sharing the same space in the courtship stage. It will be kind of challenging for you guys, but everything is all about understanding. Now, at the early stage of your marriage, it's just the two of you. Yes, as a woman, you have to understand that anything that has to do with the kitchen should be more of your thing. But as a man, it doesn't mean that you should just sit down in the parlor and leave your wife to do everything. Everything is all about understanding. There is nothing wrong with you assisting your wife in doing chores. It's just the two of you, so it's no big deal. You can assist your wife with the cooking, cleaning, tidying up, arranging the house and all of that. There is no big deal. Don't have this kind of mentality that it's your wife that should do everything, because she's not your wife. She's not your maid or your slave. So out of love and understanding, you should be able to assist your wife to do house chores. especially at the early stage of marriage. Another very, very, very important challenge that you might face as couples is intimacy, that is sex. This is more like the real deal. This is a very important aspect of your marriage. Now, it is at this stage of your marriage that you get to know and understand a lot about your partner. It is at this stage of your marriage, the first 5 years of your marriage, that you get to know if your partner is a virgin, get to know if your partner has high libido or low libido, get to know if your partner has premature ejaculation. You get to know and understand your partner's body. Now, whatever you now discover about your partner's body, it is up to you to apply wisdom and have understanding. Because if you don't apply wisdom, if you don't have an understanding, if you don't make that decision to understand your partner, whatever you discover about your partner might begin to cause issues in your marriage. So it's very important that you pay attention to your partner's body and also understand. For example, if your partner is having premature ejaculation, it will affect your sex life, the sex life of your marriage, yes, but it is still wisdom that will help you guys to overcome that issue. If at the first 5 years of your marriage you're not able to have a child, it is still wisdom that will help you guys overcome that stage. So whatever you discover about your partner's sex life, apply wisdom. Do not take any rash decision. Do not begin to treat your partner in a very weird way because of whatever you found out about your partner. A lot of couples tend to have issues concerning intimacy at the early stage. If, for example, now maybe you had that expectation that your partner was a virgin, and when you guys finally got intimate with each other, you found out that she wasn't anymore. It is wisdom that will help you to make the right decision. Wisdom that will help you to handle the whole issue properly, so you don't end up destroying your marriage at a very tender age. There is also the issue of oral sex. Not everybody accepts such. If, for example, you personally don't like such things, or your partner doesn't mind, and you find out at that early stage of your marriage, what will you do? That is why it's very important that you guys have such conversations at the courtship stage. If you do not accept such at all, you have to let your partner know on time that you do not accept such no matter what. It's very important that both of you have mutual understanding and agreements in such things, so you don't end up having problem in your marriage. So I mentioned about 5 main challenges that most newlyweds will face at the early stage of their marriage. These challenges also have solutions. So what are the solutions to these challenges? Number 1 is open communication. Communication is the best solution to all the challenges I just mentioned. If there is anything your partner is doing and you don't like it, you don't understand it, talk to your partner. It is not by causing quarreling and fighting or getting angry or beginning to regret that you married the person. No, that's not the solution. Calm down and talk to your partner. Communicate. If there is anything your partner is not doing well, or you don't like the way he or she is doing it, talk to your partner. Communicate. That is the best solution. Second solution is to seek wise counselors, good people that will counsel you on how to go about the issues in your marriage. Not people that will go and broadcast your marital issues outside. Or no, people that will give you advice, people that you can learn from, people that will understand your issues, not people that will come and start taking sides and begin to follow you to point fingers at your partner, begin to threaten your partner, or begin to warn your partner and compound the problem. No, seek wise counselors. It could be your spiritual leader, your pastor, it could be a family member, it could be a therapist, but talk to someone that will handle that issue properly. The third solution is prayer. Never underestimate the power of prayer. Whatever issues you're facing in your marriage, pray about it. It is very important. Marriage is more spiritual than physical. So it's very important that when you begin to have such issues that you no longer understand how to handle it, please go on your knees and pray. Pray for yourself, pray for your home, pray for your partner, and you will see good results. Another very good solution is whenever medical problem arises, please seek medical attention. Go to the hospital. It is very important. For example, if after the first 5 years of your marriage you have not had any child, seek medical advice. Don't just begin to assume that your partner is barren, or you begin to lay all manner of accusations and spoil a lot of things in your marriage. No, that is a very bad way of handling things. Seek medical advice. Don't begin to point fingers. Seek good medical advice and find a way of moving forward, a way of tackling that problem or moving forward. Let go of your ego and seek a good solution to that problem in your marriage, so that your marriage can move forward. And finally, you have to learn to be flexible. Yes, it's not every fight that both of you will have in that marriage that you must win. No, let go of your ego. If it means you losing that fight for peace to reign in your marriage, why not go for it? You must not always win. Don't always try to force your opinions and spoil things in your marriage at that early stage. Let go of things. Don't carry malice, grudges against your partner. It's very wrong. Be flexible in your decisions. You have to learn to be flexible. It's very, very important. These are things that will help you to avoid a lot of issues in your marriage, and it's a very good solution to certain problems in your marriage. In summary, you need to know and understand that marriage is not easy, but you can enjoy your marriage if you work for it. So marriage is hard work. If you want your marriage to work, you have to work for it. Understanding and wisdom is very important. There are a lot of things that when it happens, that love will just vanish. So the way you handle things in your marriage is very, very important. So try your best, do your best to make your marriage work, so that you can enjoy your marriage. So that is all I have to say for today's episode. There are so many other challenges that couples tend to face, at the early stage of their marriage. And please, if you know any, you could also enlighten the newlyweds and the about to weds by dropping those challenges in the comment section. At least when they get to know those challenges, they will be able to know how to handle those challenges, as well as prevent those problems from coming up as well. So it's very important that we enlighten the newlyweds. It's very, very important. So you could drop opinions in the comment section to enlighten others as well. Thank you so much for that. So let me know what you think about today's video as well. I really appreciate your comments about today's video. So that is all for today's episode. Thank you so much for watching my video today. Thanks so much for listening, and please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Also like and comment on my videos as well. Thank you so much for watching. See you in my next episode. Bye.